That seems like it'd be very crowded. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened yesterday. What the heck? Huh? What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Oh boy. I knew it was gonna be Gregson and somebody. I didn't think it'd be Gina. Alright, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh yeah? Go on, Spectre. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence and you know it. Alright, Van Zeeks. Tell us everything you know. Welcome back, everyone. It's Light here. And we're finishing up our chat with the supposed Reaper here. Right, so we asked him about how he was attacked, and then we also found out that apparently Albert Harebrain, that scientist, was his contemporary when they were in school. Like, they went to the same school together, which was really weird. Anyways, let's find out more. I'd understood that Professor Harebrain was from Germany, though. Harebrain's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all. So you were students together. I was in the Faculty of Law, of course, and he in science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. Huh. So you can have friends, Mr. Reaper? Well, well, well. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you, of all people. Hey! Representing him. We're a great attorney, I'll have you know. Ugh. Only if I make it out of this office alive. Come on. I doubt he'd kill you here. It's too obvious. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be handled by me. Of course. Wow, what a surprise. By you? But you made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends. We are friends. It's true. Then why would you do this? If the Reaper is the prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Iris. Ay, ay, ay. What's Lord Van Zeek's thinking? Who knows? Who knows what goes through that mind of his? What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean... I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod. So you'd like us to believe... But they've all died, haven't they? The people you've prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or an acquittal... Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who, without question, deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them. Hey, you can't be saying that about Harebrain. But that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Nor was Jenny. In fact, she's ever so hard-working now. Haha. I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hands of their own kind. It's not my work. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way. But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true. Just because people believe in rumors doesn't make the rumors true. The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. Oh! It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that if my sodium serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly and with honor. I mean, hey, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed. If that is my fate, let God decide. Dude! You can't be... No! Lord Van Zeeks. Ay, you can't be thinking like that. Is that it? Do we leave now? I don't know. Well, hold on. When we go to move, it'll tell us. Hold on. It's such an awkward way to just leave. I don't think we can look at anything. I feel like we'll be told off if we try. Can we try to talk to this guy? Will we be told off? I'm really curious. It really looks like a punishment to me. I've never seen someone sitting like that before. He hasn't moved a muscle since we arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead? If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he? Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's going to talk to us. He's not dead! Oh, that's good. Oh, man. Alright, let's leave. We got a crime scene to look at. See you later, Von Zeeks. Alright. Where is it? We go to... Oh wait, can we not go to the... Oh. Alright. Hold on. Okay, then I guess we'll try presenting the newspaper, because we can't go anywhere else. Lord Von Zeeks, about the article in this paper. Ah, yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me. It looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though. Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them, of course. Why would we think any less? But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. Oh. And I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it? Ay. As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice. Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him? No. Oh wow, he actually is gonna tell us. Wow. Look at him being sociable. He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose. Ah, like you are to Hurley then, Runo. I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective. You may as well have, with the way you've been working on the deductions with him. He's been teaching you stuff regardless. He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack. How is he writing so still like that? It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask. On Lord Strongheart's orders. Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity. Huh. But why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual? Lord Strongheart's orders, again. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions. I see. Interesting. I hope you're right. Oh! Oh, hello. Ah! The task is complete? Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs. Suspicious. Nice to meet you? Oh my gosh. Back to work again. That was really strange, though. I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed, and yet... somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter. No way. No way. Could it be that we do know this person? Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it. Huh. Even more suspicious. Oh, I see. Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? Hmm? Oh no, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. Could it be? It couldn't be. No way! Is it? Ah. I'm gonna say it. Kazuma, is that you? Ah, man. Ah, yes, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, what's that? That Nipponese man. Is he faring well? Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago, with the stoop, and the mustache, and the jitters. Oh, poor Natsume. Ah, Mr. Natsume, you mean? I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Runo. He's not very pleased in general, so it's fine. He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only the other day. I see. Was he actually fearful that his supposed curse got a hold of him? The Reaper's curse? Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice. And for the conversation. What the heck? That's like the most friendly he's been to us this whole time. I can't believe he's asking after Suzeki-san, after a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. Both, Ryunosuke, when it comes to this guy. I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turnip for the books. A mad scientist? Ah, you mean Professor Harebrain? Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Von Zieks, I think. Alrighty, we're moving. Alrighty. Well, we still can't go to the crime scene, weirdly. Guess we'll go to the prison. Ask about their relationship. Oh, jeez. Alright. The Reaper's varsity years. I understand Lord Von Zieks is a friend of yours from your university days? Yes, that's right. He was studying law while I was studying science. What was he like back then? Can we have the tea? Give us the tea. A good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, an all-around nice fellow, really. Are we talking about the same guy? Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barak Von Zieks. What was he like when he was at university? Talk about a leading question, Runo. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the Von Zieks family, with all its great aristocratic origins. Are we getting the Von Zieks backstory? Please, please. I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood. Little darling. Oh, jeez. I was a bit of a shock when I came to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaper, the Bailey, no less. Yes, that's right. How many times are they gonna play his dang theme? Enough! Yes, that's right. Oh, we read that already. I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. Really? What sort of event? Ah! What the heck? I'm sorry. But I don't know anymore. Yeah, I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh. Yes, of course. If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Von Zieks will be the prosecutor at court tomorrow. Oh man, that sucks. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you're saying? You had no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor in your work, is that correct? As correct as 2 squared is 4! I swear it! Oh, yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention, so I know that I'm far from blameless in all this, but still! I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please! Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know? I've always believed that, all my life. I love this guy. I'm afraid I don't know much about science, or your theories. But I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please! 2 peas in a pod. When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. Yes, say it louder for the people in the back. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Aw, yay. Alright, Reno, it's time. Time to visit the Great Exhibition. Oh yay, finally. Sorry? Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it? Yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate at last. Yay! Alrighty, see you later, Mr. Hairbrain. We're off to see where your experiment exploded. Bunny Brain, I forgot that's what she called him. Poor Professor Bunny Brain, but don't worry, we'll come to your rescue. I love Iris. Wait, what? This room is so dark. Mr. Reaper's eyesight will suffer terribly if he's not careful. Oh, I think it's too late for that. Alright. Let's see what awaits us at the crime scene. I know Gregson probably awaits us. Alrighty. Ugh, the showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times. Oh no. There are a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times too. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. Aw. We finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Dang. That seems like it'd be very crowded. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened yesterday. What the heck? Huh? What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Oh boy. I knew it was gonna be Gregson and somebody. I didn't think it'd be Gina. Alright, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh yeah? Go on, Spectre. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence and you know it. Wait, I know those voices. You got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady. But a night in the cells will teach you some manners. Just try it, I dare ya. If you want that bag of chips ran down your throat. Aww. Yoo-hoo! Grexy, what are you doing up there? Ah! Ah! It's you! Here! You're here! Here you are! You! Here! Your ladyship! How are you, your ladyship? I do hope you're well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times a lady? I'm not well at all. It's far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue. Unbelievable. I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you. Oh, Gregson. Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. Oh, he was suspended too? Dang. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be. Watch it, sunshine. Sorry. Okay, Stan, don't tell me you're on this case. Yes, I'm acting for the defense. So we're here to investigate. Dear me, that's the situation, is it? Is it really that troubling? Just a measly 5 bob, is that all you got? You're a lawyer, ain't ya? You could stand to carry a bit more copper around in your pockets, Mr. Na Otto. She picked his pocket. What? Hey, that's my last bit of spending money, that is. Yeah, can't have it back, but I'll have to charge you. You can have it back, but I have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob. Oh, Gina. It's good to see her again. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket or a diver, born and bred in the East End of London. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is the young girl I was defending in court. She looks so well. I'm happy for her. What's your problem, eh, Otto? Diver? Pickpocket? What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips rammed down your throat now, do you? Oh, jeez. He really needs to be careful. It seems like he's muttering aloud. I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assumed you'd been up to your usual tricks here at the showground. That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Otto. After years, a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now. Learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. Really? Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Yay, Gina! So you have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now. Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely. That inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is off the cards for all of us. What's that supposed to mean? What's going on? Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the foot down here, alright? Right, sir. Oh, jeez. This raises a lot of questions. No duh. Alright, Gina. Spill it to us now. What's been going on? It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina in connection with a case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder. I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving wasn't working out. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Ginny. Well done. So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective? Got it. Good, innit? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh? Talk about a sea change. But how the heck did they take her? She has no education. Well, I guess she is, what did she say? Like apprenticing or whatever it is. So, I guess like she'll gain experience and then they'll take her. And then there's Alice's old man to think about. Alice's father, you mean? Yeah, I promised Ed, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out all the stops looking for him. Just a small promise then. Nothing serious. Oh, Ginny, you're so sweet. Oh, I love their friendship. Anyway, that's how come I had a go at the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't rate so well, do I? Just a small problem. Nothing serious, not again. Oh, so it's just a test. That makes sense. And that's when Hurley approached Grexy and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Ginny and made her a sort of apprentice. That was very magnanimous of Inspector Gregson, and brave. Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants. Oh, what he wants. Oh, great. That's one way to describe it. The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words. Oh yeah, he was saying at the end of the first game how he uses people's foils against them. Oh jeez. So the long and the short of it is, if you've got questions about the case, you can ask the Inspector Lestrade. Right then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there? Ooh, what, Reno, what? Well, 6 months ago, Gina was a defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty, and yet here she is still. Come on! You're not still on about that, are ya? The Legend of the Reaper, or whatever it's called. God, you don't have to worry, Otto. If I didn't half worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left. I love her smile. It's like I told you before, innit? She seems so much happier. I love it. The Reaper's kind of like upstairs, so he knows what I'm like on the inside. That I ain't really done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong might be a stretching it a point. What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he? Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Exactly, so I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Uh-huh. Oh boy. God, it was out of this world, it was. The brainy bloke pulled out a bunch of levers on its machine and suddenly it started billowing smoke. And it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment air yet. Sorry? You mean you saw it, Ginny? With your own eyes? Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge of it, ain't he? I'll keeping everything running smooth, I mean. The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's going to take some getting used to. So all I have to say is that I'm on duty and I can do whatever I want to. Get this. I was up on flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. Oh, no, you're so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too. Yeah, do it. You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Alice? You'd have no trouble at all. Oh, jeez. No. Iris, calm down. Then it's settled. When do I start? No. You can't join Scotland Yard, Iris. I'll see. Let's see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success. In a way. It was? How can it have been? Huh. That's interesting. So he's claiming it's... What about it was still successful? Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success. Just like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of smoke in that whooping great bang. But where do you think they found the victim's body, eh? In the Crystal Tower over there. Huh? What the heck? How? What? In the tower? You can see for yourself, can't ya? Up there above the scaffold. Oh, where all the glass is broken, you mean? What in the world? Yeah, the cage what the victim got him to start with. Where they did get beamed through the air or whatever and landed all the way over there. So, you see? It did kind of work, didn't it? What? I don't believe it. I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I tell you what. You can add this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yacht. Are you sure? Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off here before, so as fair is fair. She kept the money. Yes, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? That's not fair. Give us our money back. Ay. Oh, Gina. I'm so glad to see she hasn't changed. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigation's off the cards for all of us. Yes, naughty old Gregson ran off after that without explaining himself. Alright, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday. Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant. Oh, it's because it hasn't been decided whether it was an accident or murder yet, so they can't touch the machine. In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations? Nah, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither. Why? What did the boss call him again? The forensic investigation team, I think. Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, innit? So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can investigate. Yes, I've never heard something like that before. Thought I could have a gander on the quiet though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about it before from down here, didn't ya? It's not bleeding fair. I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it. Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all them chips what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Otto. Go on, see if you can get through to him. He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where the machine that exploded is. We can try, can't we, Runo? Grexy will listen to us. He'll listen to you, you mean? 'Cause he can't say no to Iris. In more ways than one. To get there, do we just... How do we get there? These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate the exact spot where the experiment was going to be conducted. There we go. That's cool. Whoa. Great exhibition, grounds, experimentation stage. Okay. Dang. So that's it, is it? The machine that blew up. Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion, and I've seen my fair share. You've seen things like this before, you mean? Of course. Harley's always doing experiments that end up in a bang. Oh, do I want to know? In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry. Ah, that might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up the stairs. One time, he made something that exploded with such force, it took the roof off the building. What? I wish he'd been there to see it, Reno. It's hard to get excited about that, given that I now live in the roof. Well, anyway, that's enough about that. It's time to investigate. There he is. The one, the only. Look, Inspector Gregson is over there. He seems to be deep in thought about something, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully. Really? He just looks confused to me. Oh boy. Oh, Gregson. Let's have a chat, old bud. It ripped itself apart magnificently, didn't it? Magnificently? And mercilessly. So someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and then beamed through the air. Yes, beamed. Not blasted. That's the point. Yes, that part's crucial, really. Is something like that even possible, though, Iris? Oh, Reno. I'm just a child. How should I know? A child when it suits you, you mean? From what I can tell, I think if you were to pull this lever here... Stop! Don't touch that! I love him. Ahaha! That was practically instantaneous kinesis, the way you flew over just now, Grexy. Please, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here. So sorry, you can have some of my latest special blend to make up for it. Yeah, here we go again. Oh man. Ah, wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful. It's just like old times, this is. Oh jeez. We're representing Professor Harebrain in court tomorrow, Inspector. So we should be allowed to examine the scene. Ha! Listen, Sunshine, even I'm not allowed to touch anything up here. It's that blasted Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act to blame. It's driving me potty. Oh yes, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too. More red tape's all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing at sometimes. But we're allowed to just look, aren't we? Eh? Surely that's alright, isn't it, Grexy? Playing him like a fiddle. Oh, jeez. Of course, your ladyship. Anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't get your dainty hands dirty, will you? Don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Bruno? She really knows how to get what she wants. Her and Sholmes, two peas in the pod, like father, like daughter. Oh man. Talk to us, Gregson. Using high voltage electricity to somehow disassemble a man's body, and then beam him across to the Crystal Tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public. True, it was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition, mine. To be honest, I'm a bit surprised it was allowed. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators present, I mean. The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than the odd spot of public safety infringements. If they can be the first to develop some new technology, it makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see? Yes, I suppose that's true, in a way. So the powers that be are placing a heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment. What sort of rights? They're making it so that any theories the brains have remain their legal property, as it were. Right through developing it into a practical idea and even going into production. Which is the infuriating reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch this crime scene. Because the new High Fulton Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act forbids it. Ah, I see now. The only people with permission to investigate here are from some brand new department at the yard. The Forensic Investigation Team, it's called. We've been relegated to keeping guard. The Forensic Investigation Team. Any old fool can see that this heap of scrap metal was a sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it. Poor Crexy, he's very head up, isn't he? Jeez. Alrighty, tell me about the special dispensation. I love the sparks in the back and the cloud of smoke from the explosion. Remind me again, what's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here? Are you having me at it, Sunshine? It's a special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Yes, I think Hurley mentioned that recently. With a real twinkle in his eyes, as I remember. Of course. Sure he did, your ladyship, I'm sure he did. Fast, especially for this great exhibition it was. All scientists have to do is present their ideas or inventions to some suits in the civil service, and if it gets rubber stamped, that's a guarantee of rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality. What does that really mean? Think about it. Think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day at this exhibition. Although a good half of them are a lot of cobblers, if you ask me, put forward by shammers like yourself. Thanks for that. Dang. Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions here are. It's all so fun. Oh, Iris. It might be fun to you, but a member of the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? Hang science, that's what I say. Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job. You'd soon think otherwise after spending a day gardening all these shammers, bogus contraptions. But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point. Yeah, well, there is a point, sadly. Sorry? Thanks to another of our government's bright ideas. If any theory or invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant. The scientists get funding? Exactly. And that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us coppers, that's who. Aw. So you can see that's why I say it now, can't ya? Hang science! Hang it! Poor guy! Oh, maybe I can see your point. Dang. Poor guy. Apparently Professor Harebrain lives and works in Germany now conducting his research. That's right. Came back to Britain, especially for the Great Exhibition, as I understand it. Probably after one of the government's research grants. He's so salty. Oh, Gregson. Actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today. About his time in further education. It turns out he was at university with someone we both know. Lord Von Zieks. Eh? What's that? That's news to me. But if Von Zieks demands the prosecution, then as the accused, the professor's fate is sealed, because the Reaper will get him one way or another. The stupid rumor, man. Blimey. That man's beyond me. Don't know what goes on in that head of his. It's just a rumor. Natsum is fine. Jenny is fine. The other people probably had it coming. Talking to Von Zieks, this morning's paper ran the story of him being attacked. Read that? Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper is completely fine. Nothing to worry about. Yes, right. Glad to hear it. Oh, still the Reaper, huh? How long's that business gonna keep up, I wonder? Keep up, huh? The mystery of the Reaper. The victim of this case, the investor, Mr. Assman. He was another of the Reaper's victims, or so I heard. Lord Barak Von Zieks is a top-class prosecutor, but even he can't always push the right verdict through. Sometimes justice can't win. Yes, I've heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified, and That's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about, isn't it? It's so crazy how even back here, the falsified evidence and the bribing was going on. It sucks. Obviously, he's calling you unsuspected Von Zieks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court. Although the man himself denies that charge. Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we reached is that Lord Von Zieks is in no way related to the deaths of those people outside the courtroom. There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would. Aww. Oh, Gregson. But if that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't have just coincidentally died if nobody killed them. I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Reaper. Professor Harebrain mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord Von Zieks was a totally different person, easygoing and kind. Yeah, I can't imagine that. You what? He said that it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what it was? No clue. Really? Look, I've got my hands full watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself elsewhere, eh? Hey! He knows something. He hesitated, though. Do we actually have to leave? I don't think so. Not yet, right? Yeah. Alright, let's look around, I guess? I don't know what exactly we need to look at. Guess we'll just look around everywhere. Considering how badly damaged everything is, Professor Harebrain was lucky to escape unscathed, I'd say. We should have a good look around the machine while we can, I think. Touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, you hear? Calm down, please. I won't touch a thing, I promise, so please, spare a thought for your digestion. Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims? Yes, looking totally incredulous. Give it a rest, sunshine. If we were allowed to examine all this blinking scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. But we can't, can we? Because of the annoying rules, you mean? Exactly. The annoying, obstructive, flaming rules. The poor guy. Oh, look at the base of the machine there. Oh yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh. It's a screwdriver, I think. Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle is in the shape of a capital letter A. It is? Oh yes, you're right. What's the matter with you? Don't touch anything, I said. Touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, I said. Yes, I understand. Sorry. I only touched it a teeny weeny bit. But Grexy, I'm very curious about this screwdriver. Really? Very, very curious. Oh my gosh. Of course, your ladyship. You're so clever, your ladyship. Fancy spotting something like this. Oh my gosh. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it. But Rena found it first. I assure you, I'll investigate it thoroughly. Oh. He's gone off with it. That was very mean. I'm afraid Inspector Gregson is going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in next month's installment now. Poor Grexy. The poor guy. Why'd you have to do him like that? Oh, man. Okay. What else we got? There are all sorts of strange buildings here in the Great Exhibition Grounds, aren't there? I seem to remember something similar being exhibited in Japan one time. Oh, in your country, Reno? I do wish I could go and see it. Imagine Iris in Japan, that'd be so cute. I present a particularly steely samurai with a present of one of Hurley's stories I'd written especially. And see if I couldn't get Hurley into a jam against some Baritsu master ninjas. You might not find as many of those sorts of people around as you think. No. Oh, well that's dull. Oh, but I do know a prosecutor with a Sean Mush top knot I can introduce you to. Sean Mudge, really? Do you think I could have my picture taken with him? Do you? Assuming he's recovered from the trim Cosima gave him a year ago, yes. Oh, Oh man. Well, he was for a bit. I guess Hisato's letter didn't include that he gave himself another trim. Oops. We already did this. My bad. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. What else do we got? Anything else? Oh. What is that gigantic thing over there? It looks like an enormous water wheel. Oh, that's a Ferris wheel. There'll be people riding inside those little cabins you can see. Why? That's so funny. Well, they rotate nice and slowly, so it's a wonderful way to see the surrounding scenery. Wait, it's turning? But it looks completely still. Yes, that's because it's turning so slowly. One complete revolution takes about half an hour. If you were mad enough to go in one, it would be more fun to whiz around fast, don't you think? I feel as though you might have just invented a new sort of ride there, Reno. Oh my gosh, the roller coaster? Is that what's being referred to? That's so cute. Oh, I love that. Oh boy. Is that everything, I'm guessing? Can get out now? Do we leave now? Let's see. As I said. But there's nothing else to examine. And do we leave? Do we go back to where Gino was? Because we didn't look around that area, like, at all. Oh, wait, up? Oops. Jeez. Okay. We get it. Yeah. This poor guy. At least he's passionate. Oh, there we go. So that's what we need to do. Alrighty. That amazing horn-shaped device is pointing towards the crystal tower. I suppose once people are disassembled by the machine, they're shot out of that thing to wherever they're going. I don't think it was supposed to shoot anything, Runo. It was set up to beam people to the crystal tower, where they'd be reconstructed in their original form. Well, I don't like the look of it. If it was amazing as it looks, the accident wouldn't have happened here in the first place, of course. I suppose that's true, yes. But nothing ever goes according to plan, does it? Dang. Guess that's true. So those are people carrying balloons, dangling silently in the skies over London. I always thought the day would come when humans would discover how to fly, but I never imagined it would involve them being suspended from colorful, floating Tamari handballs. I'm sure it must feel amazing being up there among the clouds. Let's take a ride together, Reno, please. If I'm being perfectly honest, I would like to try it. But without a cast iron guarantee that the thing won't plummet to the ground, I'm too scared. Oh, well, in that case, I should tell you what Hurley said. It's physically impossible for a flying balloon to pummel to the ground, as long as it doesn't explode. Oh, well, thanks for that. Yes. Call me crazy, but I think that exploding part might play on my mind a little. Thanks for that, Iris. That's just what we needed. Is there anything else? I believe that should be everything now. Can we leave now? Huh. Do we need to present anything to him? Guess we can try this. What do you make of this? Personally speaking, 10 out of 10 I find clues turn out to be red herrings. There's every chance that's totally irrelevant. That's actually a fairly persuasive argument. Alrighty. Let me try this. Inspector, have you read this paper? Yeah. Two unwelcome blasts back to back. This one to expiration and the Reaper getting attacked. I know. Terrible news to wake up to, wasn't it? I tried to pretend I hadn't read it and turned over for another 40 winks. Thanks to that, I was late up and got a roasting from the super. Some mornings are like that, aren't they? That is actually kind of cute. Alright. What else we got? Keeps saying she wants to look around more, but like we've looked everywhere. I don't understand what else there could be. Did I miss something down here? How do we even go back the way we came anyway? If we wanted to. Alright. Okay, let's just leave. We'll go here. Gosh, his desk is still a mess. You'd think he'd clean up by now. I guess it gets full again pretty quickly. Nothing. Alright, I don't think we need to ask her what to do. I think we should just... Let me... Yes, okay. This is what I wanted, because we didn't look around down here before we went up, which we probably should have in hindsight. Ah, it looks as though somebody dropped something behind the tree just here. Dropped or hid? The heck is that? What is this? Some part of the machine that exploded? Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above in the blast, perhaps. What's going on here? Oh, nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case. Alright, mysterious contraption entered. Very cursed device, pine vine tree. Okay. Interesting. And then there's this stuff here. For some reason, the ground is damaged in this spot. Look. Almost as if there was a fire here or something. Yes, if you look closely, there's some scattered ash and burnt ambers too. Well, I suppose there was a big explosion just above here. People probably wouldn't bat an eyelid at a small fire like this. What? Wouldn't bat an eye at a small fire like this would have been... whatever. I'm not sure we English are quite that laid back, you know? Either way, he means like they wouldn't have like bat an eye at a small fire. But considering it was a fire, they would have cared a little bit. Oh look, what's this? A ripped piece of cloth. It's not like any fabric I've seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable. It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. And the edges appear to be a bit charred as well. Maybe that means it had something to do with the explosion. Let's make a note of it while Jenny's been yawning. Oh. Nice. Alright. The Crystal Tower. It's certainly an apt name. It was built to be the focal point of the exhibition. And it definitely is, being so tall and with all that glass. I can't imagine a building like this ever being erected in Japan. There are lots of exhibits inside the tower as well, apparently. Of course, there's an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum. But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get through the doors. Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw. And thanks to that accident, the whole tower is shut. Suddenly it's not the Crystal Tower anymore, but the Crystal Glass Shower. That's good. Apparently everyone's taking to the skies now to look down on the disaster area from above instead. But there's a 3-hour queue to go up in a balloon now. Londoners must be very patient people. 3-hour queues? Dang, imagine standing in line for 3 hours just to get in a hot air balloon. I don't know if I could take that. That'd be such a long time to wait. Dang, look at that hole. That's where the cove ended up after his instakinesis, or whatever they call it. That, of course. And yet they're calling the experiment a success. What's the wooden scaffold there for? Oh, what's the wooden scaffold there for? Coppers, or lads, set that up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Don't know, really. Didn't you help to erect the scaffold, then? Nah, lookout duty's more my thing. Wander around, exhibition, and keeping a lookout for fun stuff. Mind Gregson doesn't hear you saying that or he'll give you the boot. Oh, Gina. It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? If it was an accident... If it was an accident, that implies that the thing still worked, but he ended up dying. If it was purposely done, how in the world did they get him to the Crystal Tower? Maybe during the commotion, they must have carried them or something? I don't know. It's too early. It's too early for my, my theories. Reno, listen! What? What is it? I've been thinking. Harley might know something, mightn't he? About what? About Mr. Reaper. About what happened to Lord Von Zeeks, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. Oh, true that. Something that completely changed his life, because they were friends, too. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he? Here, this is what you need. What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame Tussbells? Is this supposed to mean something to me? You don't know it? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go now if you like. Alright, guess we'll have to go next time. Oh boy. So we're just gonna crash in on Sholmes? I wonder why she has that. Maybe he told her, like, if you need me, come here, or something. I don't know. Well, guess we're talking to Sholmes next time. I knew we'd end up running into him some way or another. Alright, guess we'll have to find out more about Von Zeeks and everything that happened to him next time. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.